All right, let's go into some other issues. We'll go to New South Wales, Chris, to you. The repercussions out of the wipeout for the Liberals are being felt right across the country, but particularly in New South Wales. I had Tony Abbott on the program last night. He said that heads must roll. Reports today too, a lot of anger inside the New South Wales Liberals. 3 out of the 12 last-minute Scott Morrison captain picks. Well, out of the 12, only 3 won their seats. His right-hand man, Alex Hawke, the new deputy, Susan Lee, and Jenny Ware, who won the seat there of Hughes, Craig Kelly's former seat. Now, I reckon Alex Hawke, he's got to go. I mean, he should fall on his sword. This was his plan as much as Morrison's plan, this parachuting of people in. And the only reason it really happened was he was trying to avoid facing his own pre-selectors who reportedly wanted to roll him.
When you run a dictatorship, it's all well and good, but you've got to get it right, and he didn't get it right. If you're going to take sole responsibility for advising the Prime Minister about a number of candidates, and a large number of candidates, you better get it right, and he got it terribly wrong. And Tony Abbott was dead right on your program last night. I thought there were 3 huge own goals in that election campaign. That was the first one. You can't dictate to the rank and file, because we saw what some in the rank and file in New South Wales did during that campaign. They refused to volunteer. They refused to hand out pamphlets and knock on doors because they weren't going to be run by a dictatorship. The second one was the television ad campaign. Sacked that company straight away. And the third one was in New South Wales, putting 7 candidates in position 10 days before the campaign began. Some of them didn't have a poster until the second week of the campaign.
And he's a factional thug. I've known him for many years, Alex Hawke. The idea that he's sitting out there in one of the safest seats in the country and all these other good people have lost their seats in Parliament does my head in. We talk about doing our heads in on these issues. The Green slide, Glee. So 3 seats now out of Queensland for the Greens. Add to Adam Bandt's seat of Melbourne. That's 4 in the Parliament. And then you've got all the rich Greens and the Teals as well. But on the old-fashioned activist Greens, why was it so potent in Brisbane?
Well, Griffith was definitely, that had a lot to do with the aviation issue there about the flight path. I think that was an issue that really resonated. But look, inner Brisbane is turning green. It will turn teal as well. There are a lot of doctors' wives, lawyers' wives who, you know, they have so much on their plate at the moment from going to the gym and you know, getting their nails done, that they also want to save the planet. And so they'll join that teal revolution. They'll join the green revolution. Look, the Liberal Party have got big challenges in some of those seats, but the Labor Party also have their own challenges in some of those inner city seats, and you'll see it coming out over the next few years in Brisbane for sure.
You are a brave man, Peta Credlin, when you get run over by a Range Rover with a very manicured hand pointing at you out the window. I'll know where that one came from. All right, Chris Smith, Peta Credlin, thanks for your time.